Hello friends. Today I'm going to be making some improvements to my IRC client. Just to give you a quick view of what it looks like if it even starts, is that it doesn't actually start because it's trying to connect to localhost, and I don't have an IRC server running on localhost here. So of course this is a bit sad that you can't tell it where to connect. So we'll be starting with that. And in the IRC app window, here we instantiate the IRC client by passing it this IP address string here. So obviously this isn't exactly what we want, but we would rather actually input the IRC server at runtime. So let's start out with maybe not even passing anything like that to the constructor, but instead set server, let's say something like const string hostname, like that, and we could then instead do something like in setup client, we could say I'm client. Well, let's just put it here now. So the first problem we're going to run into here is that the gsocket code that we're using inside of IRC client doesn't know anything about name resolution. So it's not going to know how to turn that IRC server name into an IP address. So we have to start with that. Set server. Okay. Port is port, and we gotta get rid of these here. Worry about the nickname later. But let's put in something that at least won't clash with someone on the server. Okay, and then here in connect, yeah, here we get real lazy previously because we just hard code the IP address. But instead we are gonna have to say connect to hostname and gsocket. So gsocket knows how to connect to a gsocket address, but it doesn't know anything about connecting to a string. So let's make a separate overload for that. And let's say, so what this thing is going to do is that it's going to first do a name resolution pass, and then call the connect overload that takes the gsocket address instead. So how do we do the name resolution thingy? We have netdb has get host by name, right? Host and hostname characters. And if that fails, we return false. Let's say unable to resolve. Right, there we go. And if then it works out, then what the hell does this thing contain? H adder list 0. What's in that thing? Oh, we have to cast something. Let's just go ahead and cheat. Post address. And can we just pass that conspec data? Yeah. Okay. Is this gonna work? I think this would work just this way. We could just pass the raw shit to this thing. Yeah. Because the IPv4 address has a constructor. This guy that will just copy the 4 bytes. 4 bytes is exactly what we have here in the house stat. What is this thing gonna be? Yeah, okay, I think that's fine. Return connect host address port. And let's say resolved as to and then that's hostname characters, host address dot toString dot characters. Wait, there's some shortcut for moving things. Oh, like that. Yeah. And we are gonna wanna only build the IRC client because a full build would be too painful. So this is how I tend to do this. Blah blah blah. I don't care about that warning. What happened here? I'm not sure if we ever connected. I think maybe we did not. Okay, that doesn't look good. Okay, just first things first. Let me just make this CPU stop spinning. Just a second. There we go. Never mind that. Okay. Unable to resolve IRC rights on .NET. Why is that? Well, lookup server. Oh, because I've been using a hard-coded name server. Isn't that silly? Yeah. Okay. So, what the heck is my name server? Really? Would I be able to just do this? I have a feeling that this is not going to work. Okay. Maybe this is working. Hold on just a second. I feel like those numbers are a little bit weird. But who am I to argue? Okay. Let's just try this out then. And did we have everything actually that we wanted? So we did a lookup, but the lookup thing looks wrong. I think that IP address looks bogus. 3, where does that even go? There's 3.105. 499. I mean, it is something, but it is probably not what I want. Okay, well, I guess we should just look into the DNS issue instead. So let's add some debug info for that. And that's response ID. Okay, so now we are instead working on the lookup server. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's just do that then. Okay. What happened here? We got a couple of answers. Stay IRC Ryzen.net. Okay, just tell me the numbers. And yeah, so we got that one, and we got that one, and let's see, is this maybe an alias or something instead? And I'm just misinterpreting this data, thinking that it's an IP address. Let's see. So we got 5 answers to this question. How does that work again? It's been a few days since I was working on the DNS thing, so let me just get up to speed here. The response, so let's in this case say assert not reached, because I didn't implement referential names. What else do we have in the packet? Answer and DNS record class, blah blah blah. Okay, we're gonna have to go and look this up because I don't remember what the packet looked like. what's it called? Resource record. No, let it go, Wikipedia. Type ID. Okay, so we should definitely log the type. Okay, so let's print out the type of these answers that we're getting from the name server, and maybe we can figure out what those are. Lookup failed. One more time. There we go. Okay, 5. So I wonder what those type 5 are. I guess those are the ones that oh, these are CNAME records. Right. So these are aliases actually. And we should ignore those for our purposes here, I think. So let's see, let's only care about A records actually, because we just care about the 32-bit IPv4 address. This is exactly what we want. Let's see, did I have it defined for that? TA, I guess that's the one that I want, yeah. So let's see, blah, 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 where did you go? Okay, if record type is not, then just continue. Okay. Yep. Okay. Why don't you work this time? Answer count 5. Continue. How am I messing this up? I'm unsure how I'm messing this up. What the heck? Oh, whoa, back up. So we were progressing the offset here. Right. Yeah. I was messing up the integrity of the loop. Okay. So if record.type is TA, then we keep this address. Otherwise, fix me. Parse some other record types, perhaps. Okay. Yeah, okay, I think that's better. Let's try again. And now the lookup worked. Isn't that nice? Okay, well, that seems like it should be handled differently, but whatever. So that's good. Now let's go and look in the IRC client. So now we do the name resolution like that. Then maybe something cool would be if we would pop up do like a little pop-up just asking what server to connect to. And we can do that with a G input box. Say something like enter server. Server. this work? Box dot what's the name? Exec. Exec cancel. Well, if you cancel, I guess screw it then. Well, do I need to delib? Seems a bit harsh to exit the program, but whatever. Let's just do that for now. And here we would say like input box text value, and yeah, let's use the default port for now. That's cool. IRC.riseon.net. Aha, that's really cool. Okay, so now, of course, it doesn't show up right here. It just says null and window, and that we gotta fix that. I guess where do we set the title? Nickname and hostname. Update title. Okay, so after we set the server, we can do update title. Dalnet. See what happens. Well, look at that. We're connected. I've never tried connecting to Dalnet before, so I have no idea. It might not work because of whatever reason. Maybe they don't like that I don't have an identity or something. I don't know. Anyways, we clearly resolved the IP address correctly. And the Windows says the right thing and everything. Oh, well, see, we disconnected right as we were getting let in there. Okay, that's pretty cool. So let's make some commits. Let's see what we changed here. So let's ignore that thing that I was just hacking earlier, and let's see, get diff servers, lookup server. So I'm still going to be using this hard-coded address of my local name server, but we are making this improvement here that now we're only going to parse out addresses from A records. So let's commit this. Only interpret A records as 32-bit IPv4 addresses. Okay, let's expand on it a little bit. This fixes a bug where CNAME records interpreted for causing much confusion. And in libgui, we added this code that is a connector overload. It connects to an hostname and port. So let's commit that and say libgui or even gsocket overload that takes a hostname instead of an IP. Yeah, well, that's obviously what it does. What did we have left? The rest of the stuff, right? So git commit, IRC client. Ask the user for IRC server to connect to start. And that's pretty cool. Let's just verify that canceling that dialog would do what you would expect as well. Yeah, it just exits. Okay. So, hello. Is this working right? What happened here? Did it fail to resolve? So if it fails to resolve, then what do we do? gsocket connect. Unable to resolve. Right, and then we return false. Let's say if it's success, then return false. I connect. Let's just do this for now because I would like it to just crash there so I can understand what happened immediately. Yeah. And then if we type a server that actually exists, then we just connect. Okay, perfect. Let's commit that too. Crash. Well, crash if server resolution fails. This is just so that I can catch immediately. It obviously needs a bit of work to feel right. Okay, so that was a little roundabout of hacking on this operating system, but this is how it usually goes. That I set out to do one thing and I end up having to fix something else, and everything gets better as a result because I'm always improving a little bit here, a little bit there, and that's how it goes. So just to recap, I set out to make a little improvement there to the IRC client so that you could connect by hostname. I ended up running into a bug in name resolution, so I had to fix the lookup server, and then when that was set straight, then I could implement the thing I wanted in the IRC client, where it now asks you on startup where to connect. So I think that about concludes this video. So if you made it this far, then I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.